If you have a destructive husky, don't give up. I'm here to tell you 100% they will get better. So today I'm going to share 10 tips and tricks to help you with that. Now, I've got a really chill husky now, but he's older, and he used to be just the worst. Let me just tell you a little bit more. He destroyed my windowsills. He destroyed my baseboards. He destroyed, several crates that I was training him with. He destroyed my shoes. Just a whole bunch of stuff. It was digging my yard, just all kinds, right? So don't give up. They do get better. All right. So first tip, know where your husky is in terms of age and their development stage, right? So I got him when he was 8 weeks old, and from 8 weeks to about 7 months, he gets better, right? So he gets better over that period of time, especially when you put him through obedience training. That's the period of time that you'll see significant improvement. At about 7 months, or somewhere between 7 to 9 months, they go through sort of a teenager phase, is what we call it. They will start challenging you again. So for example, if you train them to sit, they'll pretend they don't know what that means. Or if you tell them to, shake your hands, they don't do that, right? So that's kind of a teenager phase. You just have to be consistent and power through it. And it gets better about 1 year old. And it gets they get more chill about 3 years. You'll see a drastic improvement in terms of their behavior. And it just gets better from there. All right, so the second tip is exercise. A tired husky is a well-behaved husky. And here's more information to that. If you have a young husky, know that they recover very quickly, right? So I used to take them out for like a 2-hour intense 2-hour session. Like we would be running, I'd be biking together with him, I'd be running with him, just all kinds of stuff to tire him out. And he would be tired. He would be tired for about an hour, and he will recover from that. And 2 hours after that, he'll get more energy again. So just know that this is, they're work dogs. They used to pull sleds and stuff, right? So they used to be bred for this. That's why we wanted them to, have this kind of characteristic. Just know that, but exercising them still very well help with that. One of the trick I use is I get him trained to play with me, with the ball. So he doesn't really go do a proper fetch, but still I can, throw it around and he'll go get it or play with it or something like that. So it makes it easier for me to tire him out, because I can't run as fast as he can. All right, so the third tip is get them some toys, distract them, right? So there's some good toys. The con toy is one of them. There's also these stuffed animal type. So that's another thing, right? Have them play with the toy, so keep them distracted. All right, so the next one is marrow bones. So I get these basically they're beef shank bones, but they're cut into sections, and he really likes them. And after getting the bone marrows out, he'll be still kind of teething on the bones. So if they're teething on the on the bones you're getting them, they're not going to destroy. They're not going to eat, destroy your house, right? All right, so the next tip is if you have a backyard, that really helps. I can't stress this enough because I've lived in houses with a backyard, and I've been in apartments. It's just so much easier so much easier when you have a backyard. I highly recommend, if you're looking for a place to rent, consider that. It will save you a lot of time and a lot of problems. Next tip is get them crate trained. I don't know why a lot of people kind of don't like the idea of crate train, but it is a good idea. Like he doesn't stay in crates anymore, but if I need him in a crate, he will be happily staying in a crate. And that's what you want. You want them to associate crate with something that is a comfortable, space for themselves, right? You don't want them to be anxious with a crate. So you can choose not to. If your husky is crate trained, you can choose not to put them in the crate, but you always have the option to. And that's one of the things that I would also highly recommend. All right, the other one is daycare. When he was younger, he just had way too much energy. I just had to put him in daycare. It cost some money, but that's always an option if you're busy. Okay, next tip. So destructive behavior is very much linked to anxiety issues, right? I made a husky, I made a video about how to deal with separation anxiety in general with huskies. I would say that, be consistent with your schedules, right? And come home at the same time, leave for work at the same time so they know what to expect. And if they know, you're going to be home at 7 o'clock, they're not, it's going to reduce the destructive behaviors. Okay, so number 9 is be in control, right? This is for dog owners. This is one of the things I figured out with my husky. Huskies are different in a way that they really want to make sure that you are the sort of alpha, so to speak, that you are in control. So if you lose it, if you raise your voice, you lose it, you start to kind of, get frustrated, they can tell. And they interpret that as losing control, right? So they respect you less. So they challenge you more, right? And that means more destructive behaviors. So, I figured out that a follower husky is a happy husky. He doesn't, he 100% trusts me now, and he knows that I'm always going to be in control, meaning, he's always going to have water, he's always going to have food at the predictable times. I'm always going to play with him at certain times. I'm always going to come home. He knows I've got it, right? So he doesn't have to worry about being the alpha himself, right? And that's what you want. Okay, the last tip is show them some love. Show them some love. I noticed that spending some time petting him, spending some time with him, just, in all kinds of ways, really helps with, that destructive behavior. I don't know why. I just noticed a huge difference when I just got too busy. I don't spend enough time with him versus if I, even just spend a little bit of time showing him some love. It really, really helps. Okay, so hopefully these 10 tips work. Remember, they do get better. They really do get better. So don't give up. There's a lot of huskies that are in shelters, so don't give up on them. They're good dogs.